I once again urge the Revolutionary Guard, the Iranian military, police, to lay down your arms and receive full immunity or face certain death. It will be certain death. Won't be pretty. I call upon all Iranian patriots who yearn for freedom to seize this moment, to be brave, be bold, be heroic, and take back your country. America is with you. I made a promise to you, and I fulfilled that promise. The rest will be up to you, but we'll be there to help. Thank you. God bless you to our incredible warriors, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Hello, my beautiful and amazing people. Welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for all the love and the support that you are showing me. I hope that you're doing well from wherever you're watching me. At this point, I don't want to make any assumptions, because if there is one thing the Orange Man has taught me, it's just not to assume things. You might be assuming things when in real sense they are not going to turn out the way you're expecting. What do I mean when I say this? The Orange Man decided to support Israel in the war that they are having with Iran. And out of that, in his mind, he was assuming that if they kill the Iranian Khamenei, things are going to be okay, and that the Iranian government is going to retaliate. Again, he only had a plan of being in this war for only 4 to 5 days, and he was expecting that within those 4 or 5 days the fights will have subsided, but they haven't. Things are getting worse. Things are getting out of hand. Everything is crazy right now. It leaves me questioning, did he really make the right decision? But truth is, I don't think he has ever made any right decision. Let's be honest to each other. Anyway, let's watch the videos that I have compiled for us, and then after that I'm going to give my point of view. And if you're new here, kindly remember to subscribe to my channel, and credit belongs to the original creators of the videos that I have used here. Stay tuned, to my beautiful people.
The goofiest goober you know is now asking for a ceasefire, which is hilarious. Cause he's only asking for it cause he thought that this place was full of insurgents, a place with 93 million people and allies like China and Russia, two of our biggest ops, who don't look at themselves as ops because they're doing better than us. They have all that going for them, and they are currently only using the worst of the stuff they have. They haven't even started using the good stuff. And they're already taking out multiple military bases, and they lighten up that place that is now real like a Christmas tree. And I could not be happier. I could not be happier. Up top. Yeah. Because the reason you lose America is the way you act. It's the way you act. Also, we can stop with the this is happening because he's trying to hide that he's not hiding anything. We know that already. This is happening because of those things. This is called leverage. Something that Bibi didn't have on any of the people prior to this guy. But our current commander-in-chief loves backyardigans so much that he now has to do whatever it is that Bibi says. Bibi says jump, you say, how high? I don't know if I can jump that high, bone spurs. Now you're begging for them to stop because you thought that they were going to throw rocks back. No, they've got something else planned for you, buddy. The worst part of it all, we are not safe while this is happening. I know you're telling yourself, oh, well, I didn't want to do any of this. That's cute. That doesn't cut it in wartime. We're not prepared for this because there is no plan. Grown man, by the way. Don't believe me? Watch this. Hey, Ray Caps, are we having fun yet?
Hey, let me tell those who are moving around and saying, oh, the United States is powerful and all of that. Iran, on no occasion, said they were powerful than the United States. They know that the US is a powerful country. They have sophisticated weapons, right? But Iran has vowed to make life miserable for that Goliath. Are you guys getting the difference? They have vowed that they are going to make the US pay for this attack that they meted on them unprovoked, while they lured them to go have talks. And in the middle of talks, knowing very well that Iran was not prepared. They took them unaware. And you have started seeing the retaliation. Today, 3 American fighter jet series F-15, if I'm not making a mistake, were shut down. And you know what they said? They said it was mistakenly shut down by their ally, Kuwait. Are you guys seeing the war strategy? You need to know that in the middle of this war, especially the big boss will want to prove that he's not getting the impact. Donald Trump, in his speech today, he announced that the U.S. has lost 3 servicemen, right? But do you think it's true? Because on the other side, Iran is saying that they have unalived like 557 U.S. servicemen. Now, maybe Iran has also exaggerated because during war, there is also this strategy, right? But do you think that the U.S. only lost 3 servicemen? Anyways, we're not going to drag, right? In the next couple of days, you would see mothers going to the White House to request that they want their sons alive. And we are going to know at that point if only 3 servicemen were unalive or not. You know, you can lie to keep yourself powerful, right? But at some point, it is going to be exposed, right? The truth would definitely come out. Even if the Western media, they can try to cover you from morning till night. At some point, the truth is going to come out. So again, people, keep your eyes open and learn to analyze. Learn to understand what is going on. Again, do not forget and never forget that Iran was quietly seated, unprovoked, and they were in talks to find a commonality. And from nowhere, the United States, together with their boss, Israel, launched terrible attacks on Iran, which took the lives of their supreme leader and other top military officials, and most especially more than 200 kids, without counting other adults that were unalived in this attack. Do not forget that.
Bitch, you mean to tell me that Trump said, hey, Iran, y'all want a ceasefire? And Iran said, fuck no, bitch. It's up and it's stuck. Wow. Yo, I can't really say that I'm surprised, nor do I blame them. Because, listen, the U.S. and It's Not Real been asking for an ass whooping for a real long time. Like, they've been ready for a beatdown. And I'm so glad that Iran is finally saying, look, bitch, enough is enough. It's like the bully that keeps picking on and picking on and picking on. And finally, you get fed the fuck up. Then you got to show them what's up. Like, the U.S. and It's Not Real really thought they were about that life, and they were doing all this and that, right? And Iran came through, big Iran came through and said, bitch, okay, let's play. Y'all want to play? Let's play. And started for real laying hands. And I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Like, as their Black American cousins, I am so proud to see them finally standing up for themselves, as they should, because they got a right to defend themselves. Yeah, as they should. This has been a long time coming. And it's crazy that within, like, as soon as Iran starts fighting back, right? As soon as they start fighting back, Trump want to be like, oh, you want to see fire? You want to see fire? Fuck you, bitch. No. Y'all gonna take this ass whooping is what they said. Yeah, Iran. Okay.
It's just the way it is. Those were the words spoken by President Donald Trump when giving a speech to the American people about the 3 service members who have lost their lives in this unjustified, unsanctioned war against Iran. Ladies and gentlemen, this president is fundamentally removed from the consequences and the reality of the decisions it is that he makes. And we as the American people are bearing the full brunt of it. To tell the mothers and the fathers, the sisters and the brothers, the aunties and the uncles and the grandparents of these service members who have lost their lives that it's just the way it is beyond belief. This war could have been avoided. Donald Trump fundamentally set us on this collision course when he ripped up the Iran nuclear deal that Barack Obama signed in his administration. This never had to happen. And over the last 48 hours, I've been asking myself, has America not learned its lesson? Did we not learn anything from the days of Saddam Hussein? Did we not learn anything from the days of Gaddafi? These wars in the Middle East lead us nowhere. And something people must fundamentally understand. Yes, the Ayatollah of Iran is evil by all stretches of the imagination. But the idea that we can go in and topple this regime and think that the people of Iran will be able to rise up and claim their freedom is beyond me. The IRGC has been bred since their birth to uphold Sharia law, to uphold the Ayatollah. They will not sit idly by and allow the people to reclaim whatever freedom they once had, not without bloodshed. This was not the United States fight, and this war could have been avoided. And to tell the American people that service members losing their lives is just what we'll have to accept is unacceptable.
Welcome back, my beautiful people. Thank you so much for staying up to this moment. I really do appreciate it. Well, I think that at this point, it's not even normal. I don't think it is normal. I don't think it is hilarious. I don't think it's just something complicated. What do I mean when I say that it is something complicated? What I mean is that, what do you mean that someone would just come around, find unprovoked people doing absolutely nothing to hurt anybody, just seated calmly, and you are like, you know what, you're not in support of the people that I'm supporting, and with that I'm just going to make sure that we are going at war with you. And just like that, you just like, I'm going to support your rivals, and we are going to make sure that we are going to bomb you. Well, that is what the American President Donald Trump actually did. Instead of him considering the fact that, even for once, actually, I haven't heard of any place that the USA has won any wars. I haven't heard of a place. The USA is not so good at fighting and winning wars. And he just assumed that just by killing Khamenei, to be precise, then the Iranian government is going to calm down. But that is not what has happened, because he tried to negotiate through Italy, and apparently he was faced with a very big no from the Iranian government, because I feel like the orange man is a bully, and he bullies each and every person. And there is this time when somebody is just tired of just being bullied and everything, and they are like, I'm done with this person. They're not going to bully anybody again. I'm just going to be their lesson. I'm going to teach them a lesson. And I think that is what the Iranian government is doing, because right now they're not ceasing fire. And Orange Man coming out to tell us that only 3 people have died, have been unalived. 3 Americans have been unalived. Do you think it's making any sense? It's not making any sense to me, because you cannot tell me that you are telling us that only 3 people have been unalived and 5 people are seriously hurt. But another program, the international program, is actually saying that 190 American soldiers have been unalived. These are people that you actually came out and said that it is what it is, and it is supposed to be like that. Like, that is what we should be comfortable with, expecting that when they die, they just died at war. And for what? This was something very preventable. It is something that you just could have minded your own business and just avoided, and just like that you could have saved a lot of people. And now this is actually putting the United States in jeopardy. There are some people who never voted for this person. There's some people who never voted for the orange man, and now they have to pay the price because of those people that actually voted for him. They never considered even for a moment that they will be unsafe from the same person who they put in charge of them. And now they are unsafe because what happens if actually Iran decides that it is time for them to touch a little bit of the USA? What's going to happen? A lot of lives are going to be taken. And the worst part is that in these attacks, they didn't even care where they were bombing and everything, because they have killed a lot of people, a lot of kids. Imagine innocent people who have done absolutely nothing, especially kids. I don't know. I have a thing for babies. I have a thing for kids because I feel like they really know nothing about anything. And right now, I don't even think those people that, like those kids that were unalived, were actually aware of what is going on in their country. But they just had to be unalived. And for what? These are just unprovoked people who were doing absolutely nothing but just being calm. They were just calm in their country, having peace. And it leads me to ask a question. Does the orange man actually even consider anybody? He said that there's going to be some casualties. Casualties. And it is just like that in wars and everything. What do you mean, like it is always like that? Because it is not supposed to be like that. Do not try to normalize something that is not supposed to be normalized. Well, he was assuming that he's gonna have maybe to save the people of Israel, maybe, right? But did he think that the Iranian government was going to retaliate? Well, it also leads me to have a lot of questions. Do you think that the main reason why this man is actually trying to distract people is because he's trying to avoid elections? Because I wouldn't be surprised. This is a very selfish person. We have seen what he does. He chooses himself over and over again. And number two, sorry, is he trying to be seen as the good leader by trying to ceasefire, and then people will be like, you know what, he's the one who came in between Israel and Iranian government, and actually the bombing stopped. Again, is he trying to distract us from the Epstein files? Because these files actually expose him a lot. And finally, is this the epic fury as he calls it, or is it epic failure? I don't know what you think about it. You can let me know what you think about it in the comment section, my loves. And if you're new here, kindly remember to hit the subscribe button. Do not forget to share. Do not forget to like. And thank you so much for staying. Thank you for all the love and the support that you're showing. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, it's goodbye from